Hello, I'm Captain Dennis Cornell, and I'm currently on orders for 2 weeks for a military school, so that's why I'm dressed in this uniform. In high school, I figured out that I wanted to be a mental health therapist. I was really good at talking to my friends about their problems, and I thought that I could make a living from it. They would come talk to me often about a particular love interest they were exploring, or how to deal with self-esteem issues, so those sorts of things. So it felt really natural for me to be a counselor. But I wasn't sure how this would play out until I got to college. And after doing some research, I figured out that I could be an independent licensed psychotherapist with a master's level degree and not have to go to college for what seemed like forever to get my PhD. And look at me now, getting my doctorate. Plus, I can't be around blood or I'll pass out, so medical school was out for me. Once I graduated with my BA in psychology, I entered social work graduate school. I have always had a calling to make a difference. That has been one of the biggest running themes throughout my life. And what grounds me in social work is the feeling I get when I know that I have made a difference, whether it's with one person or multiple people. I have had a variety of social work jobs in my 18-year career. And there have been many jobs where I haven't felt like I was making a difference at all, such as working as a mental health Medicaid approver. These types of jobs have stunted my creative growth. But there have been great jobs that have really resonated with me and made my heart sing to where I knew I was making a difference. For example, when I had my own private practice as a sex therapist and LGBTQ counselor, I would go home every night knowing that I had helped at least one person that day. And I am a firm believer of making a difference on a micro and macro level. Lobbying legislature folks and making policy changes from high in the company. Those are the differences that I have done to help people on a macro level. Well, after 18 years of working in the trenches, I feel like I've exhausted my zest for social work direct practice, and I'm ready to jump into the next phase of my career. I've always loved teaching. I have been a guest lecturer for past classes, and I've taught MSW course on social justice at U of L, and I've led and conducted dozens of presentations and talks on various mental health and social work topics. I'm often sought after to teach on the LGBTQ community and mental health, or on military social work. I enjoy being in front of a group and challenging them to think in a different way, to go beyond what they are used to thinking. So as soon as I get my DSW, I'd like to become a full-time professor and teach about issues that I am passionate about. I'm interested in teaching either in the civilian world or in military social work, as I know UK administers the active duty MSW program for the Army. I'm especially want to be a mentor for students in navigating the social work world. I didn't have that when I was a graduate student and really needed someone to tell me the practicalities of the profession. In 5 to 10 years, I hope to be the administrator of a Department of Defense or a Veterans Affairs office, or possibly be the head of an LGBTQ organization. Being a leader in social work means making my voice and the social worker voice heard. In my 18 years in the field, I have seen how social work does not get the same respect as a profession as other disciplines such as psychology or psychiatry. I felt this as well when I was deployed as a social worker in the Army to the Middle East. I don't know if it's easier to get an MSW, or that it's only a master's level degree, or that there are more MSW graduates than other disciplines, or that most people think social work is about taking children from families. But it just doesn't get the same respect. I want to use my DSW in order to demand more respect for the social work profession by showing that we are not only practical, but empirically based, and that we have real solutions to real problems. As a leader, I feel that I am a creative thinker. I can think outside the box and come up with solutions that no one had thought of, or that was thought of as being too risky or not feasible. And I respect all groups and cultures and want to do what I can to make sure everyone feels respected and listened to. I created the first LGBTQ VA healthcare program in the Southeast U.S. from scratch. The VA Central Office just gave 3 guidelines, and I used my creativity to develop the entire program. Other VA medical centers have used my program as a template for creating their very own. As I look back on my career, I want to continue the theme that resonates with me the most, and that is making a difference and using my intuition to help make that difference. I'm now being called to make a difference on a much larger scale, and this doctorate in social work is what is going to help me get there.